Ciao everyone, it's Alyssa coming at you with another slow fashion video. And this video is the final one in our spring 2019 trend series. So as promised, I take you vintage and thrift shopping with me, and I am seeking out and pointing out all the trends that I can find on those visits. So it's a little bit of a rough compilation of all of my previous thrifting and vintage shopping trips. So it's you know, it's a little bit more vlog style. I hope you don't mind it, but it's a lot of fun. I bring my mom with me a couple times, so you'll get to see her and how we shop together. But before we dive in, I wanted to say welcome for those of you who are new. Every week I talk about slow fashion with a heavy focus on the principles of minimalism. So using and loving what you already have and making smart shopping decisions so that you can create a closet full of pieces that you actually love and wear. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below. I post every Sunday. And for those of you who are coming back, big hello. Thank you so much for coming back and watching. It means so much. So actually, before we go back in time, I thought that I would share my top, is it 3 or 4? My top 3 vintage shopping tips with you. I have so many more, so maybe I'll share them in another vintage or thrifting video, but for now, here are my top 3 tips when it comes to shopping vintage and thrift. Number 1 is be patient. This is because vintage and thrift stores aren't always as well curated as boutiques or shops that we're used to shopping in. So I find the best trick for this is to go often to your local thrift shop so that you can really get a sense of what inventory is coming in, when it comes in, and that's when you'll find the good gems. I would also recommend making sure that you have a solid hour or a good chunk of time to shop vintage or thrift, because you have to sift through a lot of garments. When you're in a rush, you won't be enjoying it, you'll get stressed, and I feel like that's when a lot of people walk away from secondhand shopping because they feel like it was a failure, when really they just needed to allot themselves a little bit more time to enjoy the experience and make sure it works for them. Number 2 is be open-minded. This is because a lot of thrift and vintage stores aren't perfectly merchandised or curated. So you're going to have to think beyond the garment to figure out ways to style it, how it works for you, maybe thinking about taking it to a seamstress or tailor to adjust so that it fits you or your personal style. Shop the menswear, shop the discard racks outside of the change rooms. It's really important to just keep an open mind, seek out all possibilities. You really got to try it on and think beyond the garment. My final tip is that when it comes to shopping trends secondhand, shop per trend, one trend at a time. This way your mind and your eye will be able to really focus through all the racks of all the different colors and textures, and it'll really be able to zoom in on what you want, and you won't get as overwhelmed. I find a lot of these shops, it's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially if you're new to thrifting and secondhand shopping. So the more focused you can be in what it is you're actually looking for, the easier it's going to be, and the easier you'll be able to really kind of sift through the racks a lot faster. Or you could just create a list of specific items you want. If you've been following me for a while, you know I don't shop without one, so I think the same thing goes for trends. So I hope those tips help you on your next secondhand shopping trip, and I hope you enjoy these clips of some of my thrifting and secondhand shopping adventures. Okay, pausing for a moment. We found some original Chanel, and not only is it Chanel, so it's fabulous, but polka dots are a pretty big trend this season. They were also big last season, but to me a polka dot is also classic, so I like it when a trend, quote unquote, is really a classic in disguise. So this would be a piece not only because it's on trend, but because it's just so classic, and what a fun opportunity to try on some Chanel. Ooh, someone sold them. How chic. Another big trend was yellow, and this makes me so happy because yellow is my favorite color. So if I find, you know, if there's a trend that you really resonate with, whether, like, maybe yellow is gonna go out of style, but if you love yellow, then I feel like it's like you've just been able to find a piece that you'll get to wear forever because you love it. I'm really enjoying this skirt, the wrap, and it looks like it sits high on the waist, but it looks way too small. So that's unfortunate. little tip. When I'm shopping vintage and secondhand, if I also have a specific hemline in mind, I'll kind of just scan the bottoms of the racks so that I can see if there's that specific hemline, whether it's midi or maxi or short. I can kind of pick out the pieces quicker based on those hemlines. The texture's a little bit harder to detect, but what I'm gonna do here is look for it in the neutral colors because I really think this is kind of the way to go with this trend. So let's see. Ooh, we talked about lace. This is really lovely. And it's in that kind of more interesting silhouette that is really popular this season. Oh, here. Look at this. This would be kind of, if I were gonna go for that mesh trend, this is totally what I would wear. Oh, this looks absolutely lovely. So that whole kind of folk vibe. Look at this with the color. Oh gosh, and it goes all the way down. Utilitarian! Another spring trend. I love that because it means that the clothing is not only beautiful but useful. I think the best interpretation of this, especially if you're shopping secondhand, and this is, I think I showed you these last time. Apparently Vogue says we're not supposed to call them fanny packs. We're supposed to call them belt bags. So look what I found, some belt bags. And these are actually real leather. So utilitarian there. And also in our denim section, you know, overalls were pretty big in, if I remember, the 80s, the 90s. Oh gosh, this is so 90s. This is such an easy way to get your utilitarian fix. If you're into that, you know, the jumpsuit, the overall kind of thing. Oh! Fringe! It's been around for a while, so if you really do like that trend and you want to make a bit more of a bold statement, I think you can find fringe anywhere vintage. I mean, just look at these. Wild. Another great place that I always shop for trends is in the men's section. And this is why. Matching suit sets. I have no idea if this is gonna fit, likely not, but I mean, who knows? Let's try it. No blast. Look at this. I love the epaulettes on this. We are thrifting today. My mom and dad are visiting for the weekend, and we're just unfortunately finding out that pretty much everything closes at like 2 or 3 on a Saturday, which to me makes no sense. But here we are. So we are rushing to our first thrift destination after finding out that pretty much everything else is either already closed or gonna close soon. Okay, ladies' two-piece suits. Look at this. This is gorgeous. It's just been dry. Look at this. Isn't that lovely?
Dry clean? No, this is linen.
Just linen.
Yeah,
oh,
beautiful
how
color.
nice. Oh wow. Oh my.
No, it's the jacket.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. Yeah, your turtleneck. Pocket.
On both sides.
Wow. Okay, success on the skirt. It fits her perfectly. Look at this.
Yes.
But the pockets are killer. Look at this. Ah, love. These two-piece colorful suits are all the rage right now. Big trend. $5. was $5 for, gosh, this
And look at the
gorgeous
skirt.
wool
Look at the
suit.
skirt.
Look, Mom's getting right into it now. Let's try, let's try. This is the style now, though. This is how women are wearing their blazers, like slightly oversized, right? This is love. This actually, I love this on you. Actually, maybe I'll try this on. 100% wool. This is, but it's a nice light wool.
Oh, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why it's a great wool.
Yeah,
because
it's nice
this is
and
what
light.
they sell in Italy. This kind of beautiful fine wool.
But we just want to check it quickly on the inside to make sure we're not seeing any tears or stains. But really, like
Or
the pockets, or holes, like moth holes.
It's been well.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also been not worn a lot.
Because look at how beautiful the sewing for the
so
stitching for the
because
pleats.
it's reinforced on the side.
Yeah, very nicely done.
How much?
Cinque.
$5.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Just. Can you go more this way? Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we cleaned up in the ladies' suits.
One linen suit by a designer in Montreal. We have to Google who he is.
Yeah.
And another one, a beautiful light navy blue wool suit. Did I already say the wool suit?
No, you had mentioned
I
the
talked
coral.
about the
And
linen.
he sounded Italian, the second one.
So we're very excited to Google these designers.
Oh, this would be fun for you. And the season's color, yellow.
Yeah, this is fun.
That's actually a great color, isn't it? If you were
It's an
going to do
amazing
neon, I would do this.
It's an amazing color.
Yeah, that's a great, and I love the buttons. Needs a good steam, but look at those buttons. Found this guy. The whole wearing tan and cream as a monochromatic look. This would definitely be a trend. This might be worth a try. It's a classic. It's tan. I mean, it's on trend because of the tan color, but this is a color that I really like anyway. The camera never lies. Look how much you see. You see everything. I love the turtleneck. Okay, so I found this shirt dress, which I love because I already have a silk shirt dress, which I always wear on vacation, but because it's silk, it's not that durable, it's very delicate. So I saw this cotton one, and I jumped because also it's got color and stripes, so it makes it a little bit more interesting. Another vintage expedition. I'm with my mama, of course. We are at the Vintage Show, the Ottawa Vintage Clothing Show, and this is one of my favorite shows. A great, look at this, a beautiful little crochet set here. We were talking about that whole craft work, and look how delicate this is. Like, hey Mom? Beautiful. Found this guy, boiler suit. Love the silhouette. Like, that is a classic. Not sure that I would wear the purple, but it's super nice and soft. It's got the big pockets for the utilitarian vibe going on. So, and I've actually seen quite a few kind of boiler suit silhouette jumpsuits here today. So if that was a trend that you love, you can be certain you will find it secondhand. Look at this bamboo handbag we found with the little kind of canvas detail, and it's got a zipper, which is awesome. All the vintage florals. These are like a bit bolder. Mom's nodding in agreement. Yes. These are a bit bolder, darker vintage florals. And these are just so great for print mix. We found some en beige, and also Meghan Markle, if you're watching, we think we found a dress that would look beautiful on you. Isn't it lovely? So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed those clips that I put together. On Sunday, I'll be sharing what items I actually came home with and what other items I've decided to add to my closet for the spring season. And let me know if you've got any vintage or secondhand shopping tips that you'd like to share. Pop them in the comments below. I think it's so valuable to share all our wisdom and expertise. But in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful end to the week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back on Sunday with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I think I said that already. Ciao!